You guys remember Kai Weiss, who was a commentary YouTuber who was previously dating Omnia, who was another commentary YouTuber. A month ago, he got into a big argument with John Swan because he falsely striked down a video. Since then, he has been schizo posting for a month on Twitter about how he was justified and how everybody hates him because, he's black and stuff like that. Well, in a completely unrelated incident, a thread went out from Omnia talking about some disturbing new allegations. And I want to stress that these are allegations because, I see a lot of people kind of jumping the gun here a little bit, saying that this is 100% confirmed. Look, I'll say on the record, I believe her as of now. And I think that we're going to look into Kai's defense. I think his defense is pretty laughable on one point. And another point, it's he kind of shoots himself in the foot a lot. But I just want to clarify that these are allegations, right? And it's important when you cover situations like this not to let emotions, even natural emotions, get in the way of judgment. You know what I mean? But we'll see right here. Omnia put out a thread. I'm going to put this out now because I have no idea what else to do other than to make a public thread so that people know at least a little bit about what is going on with me right now, because I'm not okay, nor will I be okay for a very long time. Kai Weiss and I broke up because he assaulted me in my own home, and since then, I have sought out a protective order against him so that he could leave my apartment and I could feel more safe. Since then, he has locked me out of my old Twitter account, which is why I'm here. This is a brand new account, by the way. Of course, she includes an image showing bruises on her. I trusted him with all of my passwords because I loved him, and never in a million years did I think he would do what he is doing right now. He has locked me out of my Gmail account that is associated with my YouTube channel, and I'm pretty sure he deleted my channel as well. When I search up my name, videos I've made, or try to access the link that is associated with my channel, nothing comes up. This is my livelihood, by the way. I rely on that to pay rent, provide for myself, and provide for my cat. Without YouTube, I cannot pay for shelter or food. He also stole multiple items of mine since he left, such as the iPad and the Apple Pencil that I used to draw, my speaker, cat food, clothing, etc. This all happened in the matter of a week. He assaulted me on Friday, December 3rd. I filed for an emergency protective order on the 8th. He left my apartment on the 8th, taking whatever he wanted that belonged to me in the process. And I just came to the realization that he had locked me out of my Gmail and Twitter, deleted my YouTube channel, and I'm just sitting here wondering what I did to deserve any of this. I don't know who is going to read this, if anyone is going to read this, if it matters, if Kai is going to try and find out the password to this account and silence me. I don't know. I genuinely don't know anymore. I don't know what I can do, but I figured I ought to try. If you're a viewer and creator who has talked to me, knows of me, has heard of me, or in any way wishes to help me get the word out and help me figure out what to do next, I would be endlessly appreciative. I have never been in a worse situation in my life, and I really need support. If you have the means to donate monetarily, my cash tag is Omnia with 2 I's and 2 A's. That is the only way I can accept money as of right now. I don't know what Discord is doing right now. It's kind of having a moment there. My apologies. If you can help by spreading the word or retweeting this, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm just utterly debilitated. All I want to do is be okay again. So, oh shit, she deleted her account just now? She didn't delete it, she just changed the @ and the Twitter sent you to the old one? Oh, she changed her account. Oh, okay. Well, what's her new account then? Can somebody link it? There we go. All right. Yeah, random tidbit I forgot to mention. Here's proof that Kai Weiss did indeed delete my YouTube channel. As you can see, my Omnia profile doesn't have a channel, but for some strange reason, my private email that includes my first name has a Prince Kai account under it. So I guess he made a YouTube account under her email. Now, I'm a little bit confused. So she has access to the email, I guess, but not to the channel. The channel's deleted, and she can't retrieve it. She showed an email from YouTube basically saying, since your channel was deleted and a valid access, this action cannot be reverted, and YouTube and Google are not in a position to mediate or adjudicate eventual disputes between third parties. She said, I'm so disappointed. So because he stole my iPad, which was logged into all my accounts and listed all my passwords, apparently they can't reinstate my YouTube channel because it was never compromised. Considering his access was valid, this is not the news I wanted to hear. She also included another tweet showcasing her bruises. One thing I knew was going to happen after I brought this up publicly was instead of reflecting on his own actions, he was going to try and bring me down with him. That's what abusers do. So yeah, I mean that's really her statements here on the matter. I am genuinely a little bit confused, by the way, about this tweet here, and maybe Chad can kind of help me out, because I thought she said that she didn't have access to the Gmail. He locked me out of my Gmail account that is associated with my YouTube channel. So she says that, but she seems to have it. I'm a little bit confused. I'm just confused how that proves he deleted it, though. Yeah. I don't know. Again, I'm not like accusing her of lying. I'm just like trying to get to the bottom of this. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's read his defense thread here. Kai. Yeah, nah. So that's not what you're finna do is this. Omnia and I did break up 100%. But the damage done to her was damage done in self-defense. Falsely accusing your ex who did everything for you of assault is ridiculous. Before Omnia, I thought it would be the best to report a young black male to the police. She was on my line for sending me links for things she wanted me to pay for, all while planning on filing a protective order against me. Let's see here. Okay, I plan on working on the apartment anyways today, and then tomorrow I can finish my next 2 finals. Also, here's the lamp you asked me about. She sends a link. The hammock should arrive today. Actually, Kai, can we go to the fashion square tomorrow? If you want to go by yourself, we can, but I just thought it'd be better to do it tomorrow since I'll have more time to film and we could be there for longer, I guess. Okay, I mean, I was just going to get some shoes, but that's fine too as long as we go. On the day she went to the police, she took the $400 Apple Watch that I paid for and lied about being at the location she was at. The phone number that she used to call the police with is the cell phone line that I'm paying for. Are you at Newcomb right now? Yeah, sorry, I'm still in the meeting with Alex. Are you sure? Last place you were was 2 miles away downtown. That's why I called. I'm asking now. I thought someone had your shit because I'm expecting you to be at Newcomb, not Market Street. And when I called, I couldn't find you anymore.
For Milton funded $1.99. We the black delegation claim Eminem before Weiss.
This is the $70 bill I have to pay for both of us. All of the cat food and everything I took from the apartment were items I paid for, and unfortunately the $180 AirPods I bought, as well as the Apple Watch she is using to this day, is still there, and I have to buy a replacement because she will not return them. She gave me 3 hours to leave the apartment knowing that I lived an entire hour away from family, and she came home before I left. I would be arrested. The last thing she did before she attempted to ruin my life was hug me and tell me she wanted to set up a new apartment with me. Omnia has always been manipulative and two-faced since the beginning of our relationship, and I saved all this just in case this would happen. She would even talk about me with Thumbin, despite liking me. I'm assuming that's a mutual friend of theirs. So I guess this is DMs from Omnia. He's mad weird. LMAO, damn, he really wants to have couple shirts with my merch of all things. And then she's laughing. Now, this is the part I'm confused about, right? Because he's claiming he doesn't have access to her accounts. Then how did he get this screenshot right here? Also claimed I guilt-tripped her into dating me. How the fuck do you even do that? This is also the group chat that her, Thumbin, Shannon, and I were in. That's why the Toby Peaches and Jar videos came out. Thumbin and Omnia were planning on doing a video on Jar as well. So this is YouTube drama that I'm not admittedly aware of. I feel like shit because I said exactly what I meant, then guilt tripped me to say yes because I don't want public smoke, and now I'm just sitting here wondering what the fuck, LMAO. You don't owe him anything, the fuck. It's none of your business if he leaves. You're not going to date someone you're interested in, as simple as that. If he leaves because of that, it's his problem and decision. Is there more to this? He never said... Wait, what? Why is my chat freezing? He never said he doesn't have access. He just said he didn't delete her channel and didn't have her iPad when the channel was deleted. Okay. I'm assuming this page is like lost to the ether then. Thumbin is just as two-faced as Omnia is, and I never would have gotten an apology from either of them if I didn't find out for myself. Omnia was also cheating on her ex-girlfriend with me and swindling us both at the exact same time. Wow, what did he say? I really did not like what she did at all, and it was clearly fucked up and a game changer for me. I understand Omnia cares, but that is just not some shit you do to anyone you consider a friend. Thank you for helping her, Thumbin. I do think she deserves your assistance, but I think the best decision for me is that I leave her be. Don't tell him I showed you this. Oh, I won't. Stole your shit? Please. The day before, again, she decided to falsely accuse me of abuse. She's had me spend $160 on a new vacuum for the apartment. And now she's upset I took all my things back and begging for money on the internet because she can't use me anymore. How's it going? I'm here. You can call me if you want to. Okay. Are you headed home now? Did you decide on a vacuum? I just came out of Target. I'm waiting for my lift. Did you find everything, or I just grabbed some drinks? Oh, okay. I'm on my way now. She thumbs that up.
Nathan Drake funded $1.99. I like to think John ruined Kai's life.
I think his life was fucked a long time ago. All the clothing she says I stole from her, all of this is clothing that I paid for. She's mad that I didn't allow her to keep all the things I gave her. Even those glasses she's wearing now are items that I arranged and also put in money for. The shoes and caps I got for you, all those games I bought, those are mine now. I respected the wishes of the protective order regardless of how bogus it is, and the police have informed me to continue respecting the order and let her be. If she wanted to keep all my things, she should have thought about that before making a false accusation. This is our conversation on Tuesday of this week. How do you speak this casually to somebody who's just abusing you? Let's take a look at this. Hey, I'm going to be handling some errands, so just let me know when you're back. Okay. Eric wanted to schedule a work appointment at 6:30 today, so I might just stay out. I'll let you know. Probably not since my class ends at 2:45, but I'll see. That's all right. I'll just be here if you need anything. Let me know what light you want if you get the chance to look for one. Also, Calista said it might be better to have me record instead of you, only because she said it would make the audience less confused about what messages I'm sending. So, you want to step up to the plate as filmmaker? I suppose I can. I don't know if it would be good. I don't know if I would be any good, but sure. You don't really have to be good. We were talking about it, and she said that she thought my production quality was too high. Okay, well, that works out a lot better then. She was like, that panning barbershop clip was a little too good, almost like an advertisement. She was giving me shit for how clean the desk was when you were watching the compilation thing on the Mac. She was like, I know you have more shit on the desk typically. And I'm like, and she sends a bunch of emojis to person just standing there. So she kind of wants the shitty quality for whatever reason. Lol Calista seems cool in that she's real in her critiques. As for why she wants any of this is beyond me, but I guess she finds art in a mess. Well, I told her I did it for aesthetics. Like, obviously, I want my audience to have something nice to look at. But she said that I was counterintuitive. It was counterintuitive, considering I'm trying to be intentional with my opposition of commodifying queer black bodies, capitalism, and over-sexualization of queerness and blackness. So I should just lean into the mundane and average and the real thing about life. She literally was like, you could even film yourself grabbing toilet paper from a toilet paper roll, what you're in the loo. And I just was like, oh, right, ha, ha, ha. I don't necessarily agree with her per se, but if she feels that is the best, then sure, you should do it. So I don't really know what's going on there. Just casual conversation. I acted in self-defense. And you further victimized yourself, trying to put me out under my nose. All I have done was constantly try to save Omnia from herself while providing for her every day in our relationship. I have had to contact police due to her cutting herself, as well as threats of suicide. The relationship has fundamentally ruined my mental health. Also, the person who told me to strike down a Kumu, that was Omnia. Her reasoning was because no one cares about what he says. If leaving me out in the snowstorm to die was not indication of how toxic Omnia is to be with, I don't know what else is. I have nothing to do with her channel being gone, nor her Twitter being gone either. I wanted to leave peacefully until the order was filed. I'm currently at home surrounded by family attempting to heal while Omnia still tries to have me jailed for bogus offenses. All the black allyship is out the window when you take advantage of your privilege. I loved her too, and I never thought she would ever do this to me. I got out of the apartment by the skin of my teeth, and I had my brother and a car to get everything out, and what's left there I have now is chalked up to a loss, and I'll be replacing my stolen items on my own. You cannot use me anymore. What you did to me wasn't love. This is the receipt of which I paid for. She couldn't prove to the police that she paid for anything I took, and that is why she's currently asking for donations. I'm sorry to anyone who was fooled by this enough to give her money. She's a natural at taking it. Showing a receipt here for the Apple Watch, 6 months of the Apple Fitness, Apple, another Apple product here, just the watch basically. Like I said, I'm trying to move on from this incredibly hurtful situation. The necklace on her neck was one that I bought. I'd imagine you'd remove that first before accusing me of this, but again, I'm not surprised. Also regarding, then he tags Hopeless Peaches here, also known as Rosie the Rascal, that evidence that Omnia had of Pinky Chew being your alt, that was all photoshopped. Accusing her of lying about Peaches. Nia also thought that it would be a fantastic idea to brag about the matter to her friends IRL, thinking that she really got me good. But now I'm to blame for your channel being gone because you can't get into your Twitter. I'm done taking the fall for you, Nia. Fuck off. And yes, Omnia was stalking Peaches. Otherwise, she would never have had this. Now, can I show this on... It's cartoons. I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't really want to look at that. I have no context to that image at all. I mean, it's a cartoon. I don't know if that's TOS or not. Here's a receipt for the cat food I bought. There's an even longer list of things that I was just purchasing, taking care of both of us. I had to call my bank yesterday just to get all the money back. Lyft, Smoothie, Apple Cash, GameStop, Spencer. This is the bill that covered even more of what she's claiming I stole from her. Sunday, we were even planning another trip to Disney World, but little did I know she was plotting on me the entire time. So that's his response there. What's up, Jimbo? I honestly have no idea. I think reading that thread gave me like terminal Down syndrome. It was lolly, but still nuke the VOD. I'm going to assume that chat is being bad faith here and say that that wasn't. I don't know what the fuck that was. I wasn't looking at it. I just saw like naked anime characters, so I just scrolled right past it. I don't really know what was going on there. Isn't Hopeless Peaches like an adult? I don't know. Why were they drawing lolly? Why would he include that in the thread? You're going to have to explain this to me, chat, because I don't understand. It's not lolly. It's just weird art. That's what I thought it was. She's 19, but he was 14. Who's he? I'm assuming. All right, chat's being weird. It was Peaches and Omnia, so they're two adult women. So she was drawing porn. Why is everybody posting tactical lolly drops in their like defenses here? I don't get it. Why is this why is this the new move now for YouTubers when they get accused of shit to drop tactical lolly bombs on their fucking Twitter accounts? They were adults, drawn as lolly. Oh, give me a break. Give me a fucking break. But why would he include that in there? Is that art? So first of all, chat, explain to me, because I don't want to scroll up and reread that tweet, right? I don't want to scroll up and reread the tweet. Explain to me this drama, because I don't know what the fuck's going on. So is he saying that Omnia drew that, and he's trying to expose her for being weird, that she drew, quote unquote, according to chat, softcore lolly? Is that what he's doing here? Because I don't know why that was relevant to the thread. I don't know why half the shit's relevant to the thread, to be honest with you. Like him talking about John Swan drama in the middle of it, I guess it's to establish bad behavior, to establish that she's a liar. But focus on what's important here. You're getting accused of domestic abuse. At least that's where my head goes at. I mean, look, this situation is literally he said, she said. Okay? So I'm inclined to believe her. But we don't really know what's going on here. And I think YouTubers that are jumping the gun on this and saying that this is 100% one thing or the other are painting themselves out, you know, are getting a little bit too fast here. Look, I get it, all right? You see those pictures and you you know, you assume the worst. The worst is probably reality. But I don't really know what to make of this. It's literally his word versus hers. You know? And I can't really judge them based on their YouTube, like, you know, credibility, because that doesn't, we're talking about a very real and serious scenario here. You know, he's getting accused of beating her. He's saying it was self-defense. We don't know anything about the situation. None of us were there. So I don't really know what to make of this other than it looks like he's an asshole. But that's all I can really say about this for now. We don't know. Omnia and Kai went after Peaches to the point of obsession, and I guess one of them had weird NSFW and Kai is using it against Omnia. Yeah, but who drew it? Who drew it, and why is it relevant to the thread? If he's saying it's self-defense, he also is alleging he was abused. That's correct. Now, I would like to see pictures from him, like showing like, okay, so if he's saying that she was fighting him and he had to fight her back to get her off of her because it was self-defense, I would like to see, you know, some evidence of that, obviously. He admitted that he hit her. Well, no, but he's saying he did it in self-defense. So, like, it's an allegation. They're both of them are making allegations against each other. I want proof. I want to see some pictures from him. He hasn't provided that, which leads me to be more inclined that she's the one who's telling the truth in this situation, but I don't really know. Omnia drew it, and Kai was saying Omnia was stalking Peaches. Okay, so he's saying that Omnia drew it. Another allegation. But she showed her beaten ass. He just posts weird shit. Just because she shows that she had bruises doesn't instantly disprove his response that it was in self-defense, right? All it shows is that she has bruises. And while it's likely that that's there because he beat her ass unprompted, that doesn't negate that his accusation that it was in self-defense. Like, what we're seeing here is two allegations. I just checked the drawing. She's alleging that he beat her ass, and he's alleging that he did it in self-defense. Until we gather more details here, more information, it's looking like Kai. I'm basing that she's correct here, and that Kai is an asshole. Because Kai hasn't really provided any evidence that it was in self-defense. You know, does he have bruises? Does he have like, you know, any physical evidence to show this? All his thread does is try to establish that she has. Okay, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Okay, I'm not going to touch that thread anymore. All he's trying to do is establish that she has bad behavior. So I need to see a little bit more, but I need to see a little bit more before I make a solid conclusion either way. Does that make sense, chat? Am I being out of line here? What's up?
Oh, yo, what's up? I don't know if you read it yet, but I sent Nick's tweet to that chat with Tommy in it, the one that we were just using. But I think Nick has the best take on it, that we don't know anything about these people. That's the main point.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't know what happened. Nobody in the chat knows what happened. Augie doesn't know what happened. I don't know what happened. We have no idea. I see Edwin types in the chat. She alleged that he abused him. Or what? She alleged that he beat her ass, and he said that he's retarded. That's just not true. He said that he acted in self-defense, which implies that he's alleging he was abused. It's two people both saying that they were abused. We don't know anything.
See, I don't get why chat's playing like armchair here, being like, well, you know, we know everything about this situation. You can say it's likely. I'm even saying that it's likely. I agree that it's likely that she's correct here, but I just don't know.
Yeah, and also I would say that it's totally fine to support Omni. It's totally fine to donate to Omni. It's totally fine to help Omni get her channel back. All of that is totally okay. But we don't know anything about Omni and how she is in a relationship. We don't know anything about Kai and how he is in a relationship. He's a Twitter spurg online. He's a retard online. Does that mean he's a domestic abuser? We don't know. He could be. He could not be. He's claiming himself he was abused and he acted in self-defense. That's his allegation. She's claiming that he beat her ass. That's her allegation. So as viewers who only have seen a Twitter thread, we've only seen a Twitter thread and bruises. What the fuck are we going to say about this? We don't know shit. Mm-hmm. So as much as Kai is a complete idiot online, he's a total retard online. That doesn't mean that one, he can't abuse people, or that two, he can't be abused himself. We don't know that. So
exactly.
That's why you can't let your emotions dictate. In that sense, you can completely be emotional about her channel being gone or her struggling or whatever.
Let me clarify here, right? When people see pictures of a woman with bruises on their timeline, it is absolutely, and it should be natural to feel like, you know, immediate sympathy, right? But to immediately like say that you know what happened, right? Like that's kind of where I'm like, well, hold on. I'm like you have to walk a very fine line here, right? Because everybody immediately plays armchair. Yeah, we have no idea. Both people are alleging that they're abused. It's entirely possible for men to be abused. It's entirely possible for women to be abused. We have no idea the situation. I said this in my thread too. If we're charitable to Kai and assuming he's correct, fights don't end pretty. They don't. So if he's saying that he acted in self-defense, it's entirely possible that she could end up bruised. It's entirely possible that she could end up beat. We don't know. Her allegation could be true that he just tackled her to the ground and started fucking punching on her. We can sit here and speculate about anything all day, but we don't know the situation. We're retards on Twitter. We're retards on YouTube. And I know that, you know, people apologize for it, but I saw people posting stuff like, he's just immediately exposed as an abuser. And I was just like, okay, guys, we have no idea what is going on in this situation. Support Omni. That's totally fine. Help her get her channel back. Donate to her. You know, none of that's bad. There's like an infinite amount of like possibilities and circumstances that could completely flip this story from one way or the other. That's like the thing, right? I mean, I don't know. It's just be careful. That's all I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
I swear to God. All right, what did Nick say? Oh, wait, somebody in chat said something. What was it? If he claimed that she beat him, then there would also be a restraining order on her. I don't think that's necessarily true.
Yeah, being in a toxic relationship, so many people also armchair toxic relationships. Like I saw Optimus quote tweet Kai and be like, well, if you're being abused, why didn't you just leave her, bro? And I'm like, okay, really? Are you going to tell that to every woman who's ever been abused, like in their life, like for years, that why didn't they just leave the guy? Like, it's not that simple. People armchair toxic relationships all the time. And it's like, well, if Kai was really just getting beat by her all the time, why didn't he do anything about it? You never know people's situation. So it's just like, I don't know. It's a lot of dumb armchairing in a situation we know nothing about. And It's entirely possible that Omni's telling the complete truth. It's entirely possible she was abused. It's entirely possible. That's why I'm saying there's nothing wrong with supporting her, because we don't know the situation. I'm not painting her as a liar. We just don't know. So
absolutely.
I don't know.
Nick said, just to reiterate everyone where I stand with Kai and Omnia, I have no idea what actually happened. You have no idea what actually happened. Kai looks extremely bad publicly like usual, but I'm going to give it a few days. That's the normal thing to do with delicate stuff. Everyone is entitled to an opinion, and Omnia's injuries that were caused by Kai look awful. Clearly, some emotional responses could fly out of your mouth. It's just important to remember that this stuff is less than 24 hours old, and these people are strangers online. Exactly.
Yeah. Someone in the chat says, this dude is armchairing so hard. What the fuck does he even know right now? Talking about me, I'm assuming. I don't know anything. That's what I'm saying. I'm not armchairing anything. I'm telling people to not armchair because they don't know anything about the situation. I don't know anything, and neither do you. So,
do people think like self-defense situations don't happen ever?
I mean, it does, but he could just be completely making that up out of his ass. He could have just pulled it out of his ass, but we don't know. So it's completely possible. It could have happened. It's completely possible.
And the other thing I want to say in chat, like a lot of people are like prescribing judgment on Omnia and Kai based on like their past actions on YouTube. That's completely irrelevant in this situation, right? Like I feel like being like, some people are like, oh well, Kai striked a video a month ago, so obviously this is indicative that he would do something as irrational as beating his girlfriend. And Omnia's made ass videos in the past or something. I don't think their videos or their quality of YouTube character. I mean, maybe you can make character judgments loosely just based on how they act online, but like to say like, oh well, Kai striked a video, so I guess he strikes women. Like I don't know. I don't know if I necessarily follow that line of like I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's the video. I don't know.
Yeah, I do. I just don't really believe him by society. Yeah, that's totally fine. There's also nothing wrong with not believing someone. You can just also say, I don't believe Kai. Like, that's totally fair. But...
And Discord is down. We are getting DDoSed hard tonight. Go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we're back. Well,
yeah, point is of the whole thing, you can feel any way you want about either of them, but we don't know. Both of them are saying that they were abused, so when it comes to that, we don't know anything about it. Mm-hmm. Everything else, support Omni if you believe Omni, donate to her, whatever. You can retweet her stuff. No, that's wrong. No, that's bad. It is all allegations at the end of the day. So, but yeah, just be careful and making sure that it's not a situation where you say things as fact that you don't know. I mean, that's happened before many times. It's happened to women. It's happened to men. It's happened to people who are abusers. It's happened to people who are abused. You just don't know the situation. So that's just the point of that.
Exactly. Somebody's asked, did I see his argument with Optimus? No, I did not.
It was essentially just like a piss fight. They're just like, lol, your content sucks. And Omni was like, lol, you're a loser.
See, why is he like even engaging with that though?
He's a spurg. I mean, no matter what, he is a complete spurg on Twitter. He is a total loser online. He has no self-control. He sucks. I mean, this guy is terrible. That doesn't mean he's a domestic abuser. We don't know that. But he is terrible online. Irregardless, this guy is just a loser online. But yeah, man, I don't know.
So I'm guessing he didn't own Optimus epically.
No, he completely... I mean, Optimus was also like lame as hell. Like I said, Optimus kept saying stuff like, if you were like in such a bad situation, why didn't you just leave, man? Which, I mean, that's just so insanely stupid. But fucking Kai was also just as retarded. I mean, he was terrible.
Yeah. Okay.
He always is terrible.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I can't wait to upload the segment on this and see the comments. You know what I mean?
Comments of what? Waiting for a full story to come out? I mean, I don't know. If that's like a hot take, I don't know. We've seen so many situations that this has happened where people jump to conclusions before a full story comes out. And there's also, sometimes those conclusions are correct, but sometimes they're not. So that's why you have to be safe.
Literally.
Wait, hold on. We're just getting some breaking news on the air. According to chat, Omnia has said that Kai was arrested for breaking the protection order.
On Twitter?
According to chat, let me check if she said that.
According to chat.
No, she said that 4 minutes ago. Omnia on her official account, Nia XMINI, whatever the fuck that is. He got arrested for violating my protective order. Good night. 92 likes, 13 quote tweets, 20 retweets. It looks official.
That's terrible, true.
No, it's good. I hope.
Yeah, I know. Terrible for her. That's happening. Because I don't know what that means. If he showed up.
No, but like that means because she can't fucking get him arrested because of his tweets, right? So obviously, like something physically had to happen. Or am I wrong?
Or a protective order can mean that he either showed up. It can mean that maybe he refused to return some of her things. Maybe that might be part of a protective order. It's like her items, and he's like, I don't want to return this, so he gets arrested or something. It can mean multiple things. Maybe that he contacted her. Sometimes even just contacting someone is enough to get you arrested over a protective order. If he just even like called her.
If he's truly an abuser, normally it's very hard for abusers to not violate a protection order. Like,
right.
They have a natural need for control.
Yeah. So it's definitely something. He definitely violated something, didn't do something right. You don't just get arrested over that for no reason.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? It's like, it's not like he made like those tweets or something and he like fucking called her out and then that's what she's basing it off of. Or,
I don't think so. I don't know if that would. I don't know if that would count or not. I'm pretty sure we don't know the protective order, but I'm pretty sure it's most likely he either contacted her or refused to turn her things or showed up physically to see her, which is all
it's not
terrible.
like she like asked for like a what do they call it, a restraining order or something?
Well, a restraining order, I think you can still even talk about someone. It'd be like
well, what is that situation like? So Ethan Ralph, like he always gets this every single time from like I think like some of his exes will like put like restraining orders on him or something so that he like can't talk about them on his show or on Twitter. But he like breaks that shit anyway or something. And he gets in
sounds
trouble
like an
for it.
NDA, but it's not an NDA, right? I mean,
Right.
that's
Yeah,
an NDA
it's
is like an official thing. It's like an NDA, but for domestic things.
Uh-huh.
You want to see the
I can't read.
stupidest shit? Kai claims that Omnia got those bruises because she fell. Now, let me ask you this. Why are the fucking bruises each on like a different like part
Wait,
of her
where did he
body?
say? I'm curious where he said that actually, because that
Twitter,
would contradict. That would contradict what he said because he said it was in self-defense, which implies.
I'm blocked, but me and John saw it earlier and we called it out. We looked at pictures of her like bruises.
Yeah, I want to see that because that would completely disprove him saying about
Wait,
self-defense.
yeah, I want to see that actually.
Yeah, but if that's true, then he's just lying about self-defense because self-defense would be like a valid thing of saying like I was abused and I just fought back. But if he's like switching his story now saying she fell, then he's just a complete liar.
He's saying she fell when he was trying to get her like off of him or something.
Oh.
But like it wouldn't. But here it is. Here it is. Here it is.
All right, well, let me see. Send it to me because I want to see if he contradicted himself.
Link it to me too so I can.
That would just shit all over him.
He said he pushed her and she was injured when she hit the floor. Okay. Now, I want to, if you look, this isn't, you don't need to be a fucking expert. If the bruises are on different parts of the body, like, this is an armchair and you have to be a fucking moron to think that those bruises came from a fall. They obviously didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Unless she, like, fell onto a pile of rocks and, like, they fucking hit her all over the body. But, like, I mean,
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me at all. I'm not saying he's definitively an abuser.
Do you have it open or not? Wait,
I sent it in the group
I'm
chat.
showing it on screen.
I've continuously had to grab and push me off me, and she got injured as soon as she hit the floor. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That doesn't sound reasonable. But I think he could literally just, I don't know why. It sounds like he's lying now, because he could literally just be like, I had to push her and hit her to get her off of me. And that would still line up with his self-defense story. So now it just sounds like he's lying.
So she's not a big girl. Like, she's like fucking, I mean.
Yeah, but when people get manic, I mean, but it doesn't sound like that's what happened. But realistically, if she was, it's completely possible that a man can be abused by a woman, but that doesn't really sound like what's going on.
Yeah, obviously, like we've seen with Amber Heard and everything, but like, I mean, in order to like, I don't know. This doesn't add up to me at all.
Yeah, I can see what you're saying for sure. I don't think that saying when she hit the floor she got injured makes sense. He could literally still continue saying I defended myself and wouldn't have to make up a lie that she hit the floor